Hello everyone, I'm Krasi, and this is my astrological review for the week to come. I will be looking at the 7 days of the week to see how the most important sky celestial configurations will influence our week. We have another very important week ahead, which starts a little bit more towards the positive direction because just 2 days ago, Mars became direct. This is very important because Mars gave, during his retrograde motion, Mars caused many disharmonious distractions, events which had lack of harmony and even reason and understanding. And this is due to the fact that he was retrograde, and secondly because he's in Pisces, where he can be very unpredictable. He does remain unpredictable a bit, but still now he's direct, so at least he will not delay actions and activities, and the things will start slowly moving forward. And I already noticed how people are saying that with the direct motion of Mars, their things started, their activities, their plans started moving slowly forward. Now Mars will stay in Pisces until 26th of December, and after that he enters Aries, but this is another story. Again, very important transit. Now, what is happening also? The evening of the 26th of November, this will be Monday, so the evening of the 26th of November, we will witness the first lunar crescent of the month, and the moon appears this time in Scorpio on the 23rd degrees of Scorpio, where we're having the star Sabik. This star is exactly on the left knee of Ophiuchus. Who is Ophiuchus on the sky? Ophiuchus in the ancient Greek mythology is Asclepius. He is the son of Apollo, and Asclepius is the healer. He was such a great healer that he managed to bring dead people into life, and that is why he was killed by Zeus, and Zeus, which is Jupiter, placed him on the sky under the name Ophiuchus. So the first crescent of this month appears in Ophiuchus. So will be the full moon, the lunar eclipse that I will be discussing in a separate video, which will also take place in on the same axis and in the vicinity of Ophiuchus. So Ophiuchus is a healer. This is Asclepius. So the emphasis of the coming month, along with the coming week, will be healing Ophiuchus. I don't want to talk about vaccines because this indeed can take such direction of vaccines, also because Mars, who is ruling the moon, turned direct. This can bring also positive healings, not necessarily related to vaccine, but we will be hearing a lot about vaccines since the moon is emphasizing on exactly on this. Another very important detail is that on the 18th of November, Venus enters her sign, her kingdom, which is Libra, and there she will meet Mercury. They are forming conjunction, and Mercury, by the way, is visible now as a morning star. So if you wake up very early in the morning before the sun rises, look at the sky and you will be able to see Mercury as a morning star. So powerful Mercury and Venus together are forming beautiful conjunction after 18th of November. This conjunction will be a bit suppressed by the square of Saturn, who will bring limits, and because this conjunction is a lot about talents, design, beauty, creating beauty, and Saturn will be suppressing this, will be limiting it, and he will be saying, organize yourself, structure yourself. And I don't think that art can undergo any structuring. Art needs freedom, which Saturn will not give. So this is the conjunction of some sort of structured creativity, which is also possible, probably. But because even though this is the first lunar crescent, happening in degrees which are about healing, about knowledge, very much, and also still this whole month with this first appearance of the moon is not particularly great for new important businesses and projects, because Saturn will be squaring the most important planets which are supposed to bring financial results from projects. So this is what I wanted also to tell you. So you see many things are happening on the sky. Also, after 2 days, the sun is entering the sign of Scorpio. The sun is not bad in Scorpio. He will bring us a lot of knowledge, indeed healing. I am not here referring at all to the world manipulation and the viruses and all this. I'm referring to real healing, enhancing intuition. This can be the role of the sun and moon both. So Monday, so on Sunday, we still have the day of invisible moon up until the evening of Monday, when we'll be looking at the first lunar crescent. Because the lunar months always start from the evening, from the appearance of the moon, this will be valid for the whole day of Tuesday. So this is to say that actually on the Tuesday will be under the influence of the first lunar crescent. So the whole Monday the whole Monday, we are still having the invisible moon, which would say that still the moon and the sun are conjoined. And this means that during this day, we need to avoid important activities which can put us in danger. This day is wonderful for spiritual work. So let's continue. Tuesday, we said that Tuesday is under the influence of the Monday evening first visibility of the moon crescent. Tuesday is very martial day because the moon is in Scorpio, because the day naturally is also ruled by Mars. As such, this day is full with martial energies, and still Mars is still very near Earth. You can see Mars very shiny, bright on the sky, so he's still very, very much influencing us. This is, would say, that when to connect with the planet and in order to have the blessing of the planet would be great. During such day is wonderful. If you welcome the sun in the morning on Tuesday, to just to imagine having a shower of red light, expressing your gratitude to the sun. Tuesday, as I said, is ruled by Mars. We can wear red gemstones. Also, during this day, medical interventions are not very appropriate, but you can, negotiations, again, you do have the structuring role of Saturn. So you may do, but you also may need to have very good organization to organize your knowledge, to organize your speech, if you will be negotiating or if you will be presenting your knowledge or if you will be teaching. All this needs to be very well structured due to the limiting aspect of Saturn. Again, structured creative work, exact knowledge, design could be very well organized on Tuesday. New beginnings, I told you, for the whole month, this would be valid with first appearance of the moon in Scorpio. Important new businesses, I wouldn't do, I would wait indeed. Maybe the 21st December conjunction between Jupiter and Saturn will bring us interesting new opportunities. Also for new businesses and things like that, but this will be another subject. And then we're looking at Wednesday already. because on Wednesday, 18th of November, you will having the second lunar day of the waxing moon, and the moon is in the conjoined important point in Sagittarius related to the beginning of the galactic center, the Milky Way, very spiritual place. And Wednesday is also such day, and also the moon is forming harmonious applying aspect to Mercury. What is this? Day appropriate maybe to travel, maybe to teach, to study, to do spiritual practices, to teach others, to share your philosophical point of view. This is all about Sagittarius. And because the day is ruled by Wednesday, if you welcome the sun, it would be wonderful that you imagine that you're receiving like a shower of light yellow or green colors, and then you can wear emerald. This is the first most wonderful choice, which belongs to Mercury. Great day for knowledge, enhancing your knowledge, intuition, and sharing your knowledge with others. Travel, you may. And then medical interventions, you may, but depends, of course, on their nature. But in general, you may. And then we're having the Thursday, 19th of November, the third lunar day. And here the moon is forming a bit of disharmonious aspect. Therefore, we may need to be cautious on this day. It is a Thursday day ruled by Jupiter. This is benevolent indeed, but still it is appropriate to be, well, to be careful not to get involved into risky situations. It's exact square with Mars. Avoid conflicts, even traveling, such is the day. But it is Thursday, so still we do have the blessing of Jupiter. If you're welcoming the sun in the morning, imagine yellow shower with yellow, orange, light colors, and you can wear yellow sapphire or citrine. This is, these days, yes, a little bit tricky. So, you listen to your intuition, and when your inner voice is telling you not to travel or not to meet certain people, avoid, just have some patience. And then on the 20th of November, Friday, the day is ruled by Venus, fourth lunar day, very important lunar day. First of all, because in Babylon, this lunar day was considered mighty, as during the fourth lunar day they used to crown the king. So you can imagine it is a powerful lunar day for several reasons. But also during this day ruled by Venus, we can do many Venus-like activities. First, the moon is creating aspect with Venus. It is this harmonious aspect indeed, but she is separating from aspect with Saturn, which is benevolent. So we can do some beauty procedures. You can do, again, creative activities, but very structured. Such activities which would involve exact knowledge, and even financial activities could fall into this category because Mercury is in such specific degrees. You can, for new beginnings with important nature, the day is not appropriate, but to organize your businesses, to organize your activities, to structure them, to rearrange would be very good. Medical interventions, I do not advise on this day, even though it's ruled by Venus. Many Venus activities you may do. Venus is joy, beauty. To travel, you may, but again, organize well your activities. Saturn is quite influential on this day. The day is ruled by Venus. Therefore, if you want to welcome the sun, you imagine yourself receiving white shower or pink, or just imagine yourself surrounded by beauty. Light blue is also very appropriate. It has esoteric meaning of Venus as well. And now we're looking at Saturday, 21st November, 5th lunar day, very powerful also, exact square between the moon and Mercury. This is day where things can go wrong with speech, or if you share your knowledge, or if you I don't know if you negotiate or even if you travel, so be a bit cautious, organize again your activities very well. I don't advise any medical interventions on that day, Saturday. Saturday is ruled by Saturn, so you can imagine that the most appropriate gemstone will be the blue sapphire, and you can imagine, if you're welcoming the sun, that you're receiving shower with dark blue colors or violet. Amethyst can do as well. So this is one thing. On this day, again, structuring your activities, finances, businesses would be very, very appropriate. Involving schedule or time orientation would be very helpful on this Saturday. As I said, medical interventions or travel, I wouldn't advise. Also, new important business beginnings, not, but to organize your activities, absolutely yes. And then on Sunday, 22nd of November, the 6th lunar day, the moon is entering very spiritual degrees in Aquarius. She is creating very harmonious aspect with Venus. Such day is very nice when it comes to also indeed spiritual practices and knowledge, sharing your ideas and knowledge with others. You can travel, negotiate still. Mercury is a bit far indeed from the Saturn limitation, but still be careful. They still form an aspect. And Saturn can be very, very limiting. So if you present your point of view, be sure that it should be that it should be very well product of your good preparation. So the moon is also in degrees which are about indeed communication. These are degrees about spiritual works, sharing your knowledge with others, medical interventions you may do, new businesses again. Also for this day, this is valid. The month is such, with the first appearance of the moon in Scorpio, that we may need to postpone for another month. So because it's Sunday and the day is ruled by the sun, it is indeed very advisable to welcome the sun. Imagine, express your gratitude to the sun, and also imagine a shower of red, orange, yellow, and the gemstone would be ruby. Of course, I was mentioning in previous videos that the master beings do know, and I don't want to repeat this every week, maybe I should say it next week, is advising on the appropriate foods for the day, which are ruled by the specific planet. And this is if we want to stay healthy. So every planet is ruling specific foods, but it could be very easy as well. The colors, the planetary colors, are corresponding to the colors of the food. So this can be also helpful. So as you see, everything is very logically and mathematically and perfectly organized in the nature. We do not need to really to think so much. So have a wonderful week. I hope that now when Mars became direct, even though he's still in Pisces, I do hope that he will bring you some development, that you will start experiencing some movement in your own businesses, activities, because we all need that in these absolutely interesting times. I will soon, of course, inform you about the Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, which is extraordinary, very different from the one that happened 20 years ago. So enjoy the month. It is another big month where I hope the white will prevail. And remember, the universe is perfect. Doesn't matter how it looks through our eyes, through our point of view, the universe is perfect because everything is created by God for certain purposes. So your comments are welcome. Bye-bye.